Like,
Yeah. So for something like semaglutide, how long should a person take it? Like it regulates your blood sugar metabolism, and does it correct it? Does it have any long lasting effects after you finish the course? You lost all the weight you need to lose. And then what?
It's a good question. And I'm not sure anybody really has the answer. So I don't think it particularly fixes anything. I think, and then you have the other issue, which again is also a big question mark, is you have that set point in the brain of where your body weight should be. So what I've seen happen is people kind of start to wean themselves off, right? And then to do that, what they do is they reduce the dose, and then they kind of find that baby dose that allows them to stay where they need to be. And depending on the individual, they might stop it. But again, like at that point, it's just like, it's like you take the training wheels off the bike. Now you got to like kind of watch yourself and just lean into all these great new habits that you formed. And then what'll happen sometimes is people will, after 3, 4, 5, or 6 months, they're like, I've got 5 pounds came back on. So they might do like another 4-week or 6-week cycle and course correct. Right. So I think that question is a really good one. And I think it's one that's being addressed by many of the physicians and practitioners who are working with their clients. And it probably just depends on the person. It depends how insulin resistant they were to begin with. Like for some people, it's going to take upwards of a year for them to get to that body weight that they want to be at. So, which is the good thing about that is a year is a long time for you to kind of really create those habits and build that lifestyle that's going to lead to long-term success.
Yeah. Well, I do have patients who swear that they are doing everything they can. They cannot eat any healthier. I'm sure anything can be improved upon. But if they do have this insulin or sugar metabolism, abnormalities that semaglutide can help correct, I'm just wondering, if the correction, how long lasting it is. But I don't know if anyone has done any research to see if it actually corrected it, like for the long run.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that research yet. It might be around, but I haven't seen it. I think that, and I interviewed someone we did a podcast just on Trizepatide. You may have listened to it. And he said, look, we, like he's also a medical practitioner. He goes, I get people coming into my office. They're eating well, they're exercising, they're sleeping, they're doing all the things. And the body will just not release the extra weight. And you bring something like this on board and it's a gift, right? Because you have a person in front of you who's doing everything they possibly can, and they just can't move the needle. Oh, it's kind of heartbreaking.
I know. And it's amazing. I've got people who are just thrilled with no effort, within, a couple months, 30 pounds, 16 pounds. Just pretty much effortlessly. And it's just, there's been nothing like it.
And I think there'll be more, I think there will be others that come down the pipes. Like they've kind of, it's like a miner has hit in a mine, they've hit a vein of gold and they're like, oh my God, this is amazing. And look at this one and look at that. And I think that, that whole sector is going to kind of expand and grow. And I think it's really encouraging. It's just, people have to be smart. They just have to be wise. And the other caution, I think, with semaglutide and tirzepatide is because it can be a challenge to the pancreas. And we've seen, some people can develop pancreatitis from these peptides. That is one of the very few side effects. I really recommend my clients don't drink or minimally consume alcohol. Like you don't want to do anything that's going to challenge put more pressure on the pancreas. And sometimes, I think it might be a good idea to do to take some BPC 157 at the same time because it protects the organs, right? That's body protective compound. Or maybe use a peptide bioregulator and help give that signal to the pancreas now that it's kind of, working more efficiently. And maybe there's been damage over the years to help it to regenerate a little bit as you're doing the work. So, it's pulling from different places and saying, what else can we do to help the body, to your point, that maybe has been stuck in some unhealthy patterns for a while, maybe give some help to the liver and the pancreas, like that whole digestive system, work on the microbiome.
Right.
That's another one. There's no peptide that's going to fix your microbiome. Like,
that's right. Those are just, whole new critters that we have to either have them or you not have them. They're either healthy or not healthy in your body. So you have to.
yeah, exactly.